I think we might as well get started. I mean, we've given enough time. So, I don't think we really need much introduction. Welcome to video vlogs for conventions, capturing the moment. My name is Red Card. I've been known to do some video work around the My Little Pony fandom, or at various anime conventions. At some points of the country, I've been to KatsuCon about 4 times. I've been to this. This is my second DerpyCon. I've been to BronyCon 6 times, and next year's going to be my 7th and last year. And I've been to Everfree Northwest once. I've been to a couple of other My Little Pony conventions, and a anime convention down in South Carolina called NashiCon this past March, and to ZenkaiCon in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I've been to a lot of cons, so.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm a Chief Hunter 1. I'm also known on video vlogs for conventions. I started vlogging back at BronyCon 2014. I got a chance to learn a little bit amongst the editing work and all that other stuff, and now I have been a part of BronyCon 5 times. This year, right now, this is my 3rd DerpyCon. I started back in 2016. So, and I also have been at Zenkai for the first time this year. I've been in my very first ColossalCon East this year, and I got a chance to go to PonyCon in Long Branch, New Jersey, 2017, and I have done I've done the first PhillyCon. I've been there.
Hello, welcome.
Yeah. I've been at the first PhillyCon in 2016. Hung out there for a day. Let's see, other conventions. Convention close to home, which is Anime Next. I went there for 2 days. Right, and ever since I've been participating through a lot of cons lately. Right now, this is my 5th and last year for just this year. Last convention
for the year.
For the year.
Yeah.
As a staff or
No. As
attendee.
Yeah. This is also my last convention of the year. So yeah, we both do. We have our own YouTube channels. We do video blogs at conventions. I actually started out in my YouTube channel doing PMVs, My Little Pony music videos, and that garnered some subscribers for me. And then in 2014, I started to do some vlogging. I started out at KatsuCon in 2014, and then I did a little bit more vlogging with when I went to BronyCon in 2014. I first went to BronyCon in 2013. That was my first convention that I went to. So, what is a vlog? The term vlog is a portmanteau. I think that's how you pronounce it. Portmanteau of the term video blog or video log. A blog or a personal documentary in the form of a video that can be shared to the internet. A blog can be topical and timeless, instructional and entertaining, per the Urban Dictionary. The term is based on blogosphere, a noun, and blog, also a noun, which were coined in the 1990s thanks to the advent of the internet. Vlogging became increasingly popular in 2005 with the founding of a thing called YouTube, which is now owned by Google. and the vlog category is popular on YouTube. Vlog entries they often combine embedded video with supporting text, images, etc. Entries can be recorded in one take or cut into multiple parts, and sometimes you combine those cuts into one video when you upload it. Vlogging at conventions is an opportunity to savor memories, some that photographs just can't do justice. And the reason why I say the photographs just can't can't do justice is because you only see like a still image. That's what a photograph is. When video, you can it's like it comes. Welcome.
Hi.
You made it.
I'd try to make it if the other thing didn't conflict and the other thing ended, and now I'm here.
Okay. Can you actually do me a favor? Can you actually close the door so we don't get any outside interference? This is actually a much bigger attendance of this panel that we had last year, which was actually at the very end of the event. So we got lucky this time having it on the first day. Thank you for doing that, and thank you for coming. We're not that far into it, by the way, so you didn't miss much. What was I saying? Oh yeah, photographs. Vlogging is an opportunity to savor memories that photographs can't do justice, and the reason why I say that is because photographs are just a still image that you can just see, whereas a video is pretty much, I guess, self-explanatory. It's a motion picture with sound.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, and you can get a lot more with video than you can with a photograph. Mm-hmm. In my opinion.
Yep.
So that is what a vlog is. Now, to do a video blog, you need certain equipment. For example, you need a camera.
What?
Yes, a camera.
You guys don't all have cameras? Don't you guys have cameras?
Do you live under a rock or something? Come on.
No, we work for Blizzard. We work for Activision.
So,
I want to make that the thing for this weekend. Just screaming like, don't you guys
own a camera? Don't you guys like do stuff with your life? Don't you savor memories with like cameras on your phones? Speaking of which, like a camera phone, like camera phone.
Pretty much.
I was referencing Star vs. Forces of Evil, by the way, in case you didn't know. Yeah. So, you like for those of you who have like the more advanced phones, like for those of you who don't have flip phones, some flip phones do have cameras. Smartphones have cameras on them, and and you don't always have to use like if you need a cell phone, usually it'll come with a camera. And if you're on a shoestring budget, that's usually what you want to go for. If you want to get higher quality stuff or higher quality footage, get little camcorders like this, like the one I have on this tripod back here, or even this Canon right here. Some digital photography cameras like this one will have a recording feature where you can record video with sound. If you're not using a camera phone, you're going to need extra memory cards, memory sticks. If you're still using, or if you're still living in the 1990s or the 80s, use videotape cassettes. But hardly anyone uses that right now since the VCR is no longer manufactured.
Yep.
Not to mention, or lesser, but yet made or used. And if you're still living in the 60s or the 70s, use film. That doesn't, I came across this one guy who, when I was at BronyCon for the past couple of years, he used a Kodak Super 8 camera with film that he had to get developed, and I thought it was really, really, really authentic. It made it look like, even though it was shot during, I think, 2016. It was shot.
I think it was 16.
2016. Like the film itself made it look like it was being shot in 1950, 60, or 70. Bless you. And if you want, and that kind of technology is available, but it's a little bit more expensive, especially when you have to develop the film. So, anyway, if you are more high tech, get a camcorder or use a phone, or get a digital camera like this one. What's also recommended is getting a camera bag like the one that's closest to the front row, the black one. Get extra memory cards and get spare batteries. I learned that the hard way in BronyCon 2014, which I will elaborate later on. Also, sorry, I've got Facebook notifications that come up on my computer, and one of my friends just messaged me back. Also, optional equipment that you don't really necessarily need, but it's there. It's an accessory, and you can get it. Get a GoPro, like this one. If you want like smaller, like more, I guess, if you want more like action shots or anything that is just small, get a GoPro, or just an additional camera. Or was that you?
Silence your cell phone.
Please silence your cell phones so we can continue this panel. Thank you, and have a good day.
What
You're
is
like,
there a
what did
whole
you
mic
like?
system in this room? In what situation would you not be able to hear?
We are competing against the karaoke. You can't leave the door.
We should just
So-
like start.
I don't even know. Wait, I don't even know why we
We
even.
even.
I don't even
Yeah,
know.
it's our own karaoke.
I don't even know why we even need this, because this room is small enough. Why did they even set this up? I don't know.
So that the people from the back can hear us.
Right.
All
They're
those
like
people. All
7
those
feet away.
people. I will
10
test
feet
this
away.
theory.
I just turned it
Talk.
off.
Let me see if I can hear you.
Can- what?
Tuesday.
You don't need a microphone at all.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Anyway, getting back to what I was saying, other equipment like a tripod or a grip or a stabilizer, like this one that this camera is on. Also, if your camera does not do very good with audio, like this camera, especially from the back and especially noisy places, get an external. Get like an external microphone that you can either mount onto like something like this, or get a lavalier mic. It's one of those mics that you can clip onto like your person, onto your clothes, and attach to like one of these voice recorders. So that's something that I did, especially like when I'm in like noisy places, or when I am not holding the camera and I'm like a distance away, and I can, and like the recorder is still able to easily pick me up, and so I can still put it on the video. So, but only if you want to do that. I prefer to do that, so I know that I can be heard. So. Retailers in which various equipment is sold at. Amazon is a big one. Best Buy is also another big one. Target and Walmart. The first four are all like some major sites in which you can get stuff. Usually, Amazon is usually your top choice. And there's also the manufacturer sites like Sony, Panasonic, JVC, or GoPro. You can get the equipment directly from there. Excuse me, I'm very gassy today. I do apologize. Yeah, you can get stuff directly from the manufacturer sites. Sometimes like Amazon or even eBay will sell like some manufacturer's equipment that's been discontinued by the manufacturer. For example, like my camcorder in the back there has it's made by Sony, but it's been discontinued by the manufacturer. I found out a couple years ago, and so this is actually my second. This camera back here is actually my second one of this kind. The first one I had to, when you turn the viewfinder, it malfunctions. The viewfinder malfunctions and just freezes. Hello.
Hi. Sorry, I just have to come in because I work for panels. I apologize on behalf of everyone who sings karaoke as well.
Oh, it's okay.
That's fine.
It's all right.
Well, all right.
I'm just gonna stand here condescendingly.
Okay.
Can I get
problem.
pictures of you standing there? Oh, yes.
Wow, that's a good shot. That really is.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay. That is very condescending. Thank you so much.
That is very. I can't wait to see those photos. By the
She
way,
actually looks really pretty.
yes, she does. I can't.
Those pictures. She's doing the thing. She's got the angle just right.
I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see those photos when you put them up to. Where are you putting them up to again?
Well, I gotta find a new platform because Flickr is suddenly turning into garbage in a few months.
You
really sucks.
like if you're. I'm guessing you're on Facebook, right?
I am not.
You're not on Facebook. Are you on Twitter?
Technically, yes.
Are you on Instagram?
No.
Damn it.
I'm sorry.
You-
The reason why I chose Flickr is because I'm able to make a photo album and you're able to look at the full resolution picture with like all of the metadata with the thing. So it's really good to know. I want to know if it was taken at 83 millimeters at an ISO of 3200.
Okay.
I
Well.
can't do that on Instagram.
Well. Okay.
If you post the photo, you can say in the thing that you used it.
That's really annoying when you're uploading like 300 pictures from
Oh,
like
wait,
a convention.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
It really
In fact-
sucks because it was just such a perfect platform and now it's dying.
Anyway, if you can message me on Twitter
Okay.
and let me know where those photos are going up to because I'm really interested in them.
Okay. Sounds
Anyway, this camera back here I found out a couple years ago is discontinued by the manufacturer. So, and I was trying to get another one of these, and so luckily Amazon had them on for certified refurbished. I think it was eBay actually. It was eBay that I was able to get. That I was able to get that kind of camera, the same kind of camera that I had before, for a pretty good price actually. I got it for $130 something bucks. So usually eBay, especially for the discontinued stuff, you're able to find, especially if it's like you can find refurbished stuff. So yeah, eBay is also a good source. Before I get into post-production, the preliminary form of vlogging is actually capturing stuff, the recording, the filming part. It's when you have your camera or multiple cameras on you and film something. The post-production phase is when you offload your stuff from the camera and then you edit it into a video editor. You piece together the clips that you recorded, put it into one video. You can also add music clips, text, etc. Options and features may vary depending on the video editing software that you're using. For example, the video editing software that I use is called Cyberlink Power Director. It's not cheap. I will say that, but I use it anyway because it's neither Windows Movie Maker, which you use, nor is it Adobe Premiere, which is pretty advanced. I've learned how to use it like this when I went to a course at Connecticut School of Broadcasting in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, which I went to for 8 weeks this summer, and they taught us the ins and outs of Adobe Premiere. I don't remember much from it, but hopefully I can learn again at some point. I use Cyberlink Power Director because it's kind of middle ground between Adobe Premiere and Windows Movie Maker. Excuse me. There's also Sony Vegas, which I know a friend of mine uses to edit stuff. There's also iMovie, which apparently comes with Mac computers now. That's also something. As I said before, Windows Movie Maker. If you go more a simpler route, you use Windows Movie Maker. That However, Windows Movie Maker is not made anymore by, it's not supported anymore by Microsoft. It's been discontinued. And if you do use a computer that still has Windows Movie Maker on it, or Windows Live Movie Maker, which is the most recent form of it, you're probably fine. But if you try now to go on like the third-party download sites to try to find Windows Movie Maker, you're going to get infected with a virus, and I'm not kidding. I learned that out the hard way, actually right before DerpyCon last year, when I was putting this presentation together, that it's not recommended that you do that anymore. You're going to have to find some other freeware video editing software, or just buy something if you can. So.
Does pirating Premiere count?
I don't recommend pirating anything. Support your video software manufacturers. I recommend doing that. But
if your view of this and a Mac can get iMovie for free.
Oh,
yes.
okay, good, 'cause
Just
I
pay
pirated it.
$2,000.
True. But that's not necessarily saying that the pirating isn't an option. It is, but it's not recommended.
Does Adobe really need my money? They seem to be doing okay. For themselves.
Well, I mean, it's okay. Here's the thing about Adobe. They've shifted now towards a subscription service, a monthly subscription service, or a yearly subscription service, in which you can get a plan from what's called Creative Cloud now. Various Adobe softwares like Photoshop or Flash or what's it called, After Effects or Premiere, for all for one price monthly. I'm on a plan with Adobe that includes Photoshop and Premiere. I don't necessarily need it, but I just got it so I can try something out, and just so I can expand my horizon a little bit, because I tried something with After Effects. I'm trying to do for a vlog intro that I'm trying to do for next year. I'm not sure if that's going to work out or not, but we'll see. Tips for vlogging. You want to keep your audience interested by editing out any like lulls, any pauses in the action. When talking to a camera, you are talking to your viewing audience. Decide. It's up to you to decide on what you believe is important to retain, and then cut out your unimportant areas of footage. Now, this sort of, like vlogging and cosplay are sort of interwoven in here, because vlogging can get expensive. Vlogging is about budgeting and about being smart financially. Not just financially, about just decisions about when you're filming. But in terms of financing, it's up to you to decide what are necessities, which are what you need, and accessories, which you do not need but can buy later on. Camera prices can be higher based on audio and video quality that's produced, and the number of features or types of features that are included with the camera, or editing software for that matter. And that's sort of a segue to the next thing: editing software. Some editing softwares, video editing softwares, are open source and are free. This is not necessarily a video editing software, but Audacity, that's free, that's open source. That's for audio editing though, but I use it to edit audio sometimes. And then some software you have to buy. The more features, the more expensive it's likely going to be. Mm-hmm. If you're on a thin budget, if you own a phone that has video recording capabilities, or can shoot photographs, that's recommended for beginners. Like right now, you're on candid camera right now. Are you recording right now, or are you just, no, he is not recording. I do apologize, never mind. Budgeting is not limited to money. Budgeting includes time. Remember when you were in college, your freshman year of college, when you had to manage how you spent your time? Do you remember that? Anyone?
Yes.
It was 3 years ago, so yes.
You guys are not the only one. I'm also in that boat. I struggled in my freshman year of college. I was on academic probation in my sophomore year, the first semester of my sophomore year, unless I brought up my GPA. Luckily, I was able to, but that was kind of a wake-up call for me. I don't want that to happen to anyone else. That's not necessarily for me to say I'm telling you what to do. You can do what you want with your lives, but I'm just offering some advice. Just try not to let that happen to you. Try to budget your time, try to manage your time as well so you can balance life with the convention stuff, with vlogging, with anything that you do as a hobby or leisure. Balance. Balance, 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 balance.
Exactly.
Balance your time wisely. Your life comes first. Your needs come first. It's not the end of the world if you don't get your video up right away. Your audience will understand that you are human. You have priorities to tend to. Yes.
Gotta go, unfortunately.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, it's okay.
Again.
Well,
To meet a girl today. Oh, go for the thing.
Yep.
we still have one half of you, so that's good. Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's not the end of the world if you don't get your video up right away. Your audience will understand because you have priorities that you have to attend to. Your audience will understand. Balance your time wisely. Vlogging is also about trial and error. At some things, you will fail. I learned that firsthand. You will make mistakes. You will become frustrated sometimes. And that's okay. Failing is an opportunity to learn how to do better next time. There's going to come a time where you see something happening on the convention floor. You want to capture it, and you're not able to because you're not fast enough. That happens to me a lot. And if that ever happens to you, don't beat yourself. Do not beat yourself. That's the last thing you want to do. There will come a time where there will be another moment during a convention where another important moment will come and you will be able to capture that. I guarantee you there will come another time during the weekend in which you will be able to capture. And even if you don't capture it, if you're still late to that, it's not the end of the world. You'll have other opportunities later on. During editing, you want to be mindful of the content that is shown or heard. I have also learned a lot of the stuff that I mentioned in this presentation, I learned firsthand. This is not something that I researched. This is firsthand experience. Audiovisual content should reflect on what your morals are. You don't want to, if you have no problem with putting stuff that is suggestive, I'm not the one to stop you. I'm going to say that I am kind of a little bit edgy about that kind of stuff. I try to keep my stuff on my channel safe. If I do include like anything that's naughty, quote unquote, I will mention it in the description or the title, saying that if you, or even at the beginning of the video, if you are under 18, I don't recommend watching this video. Because sometimes some conventions will allow you to record 18 and up panels, some won't. I think that this one does allow you to. Yes, this one does allow you to. Because last year I recorded a bad fanfic reading panel, the naughty version. We went to two bad fanfic reading panels. I recorded both of them, and I put a warning at the beginning of the video and in the description saying, if you, it's not recommended for minors or anyone under 18 to watch this. Viewer discretion is advised. If you feel the need to put that, put it. If you don't need to feel the need to put that, you don't have to. You can. Again, I'm not the one to tell you what to do. Be aware of the copyright status of any material that you add into your video that is not yours. Any music that is owned by a record label, any music that is copyrighted, you may experience some problems with. For example, I went to a wedding in South Carolina 2 weeks ago, and I recorded both the ceremony and the reception. And at the very last song they did during the reception was "Purple Rain" by I was about to say Queen, by Prince, by Prince. That got blocked everywhere, and it is utterly frustrating when you have it. And it's not something that I added in myself in the editing process. It's something that that was captured on the video itself, that was played by the DJ. It's incredibly frustrating when you encounter those kinds of situations, when you have no control over the music that's in the video. The only thing you can do is, if that ever happens, if you can, YouTube has a feature in which you can mute that part of the video. Sometimes it's successful, sometimes it's not. I've had situations where it's been unsuccessful, and I've had to take the video down, completely go back and edit that part out, and it kills me to have to do that, but I have to do that, otherwise it doesn't get shown. YouTube can make copyright claims on your video once it has been uploaded.
Yep.
Visibility varies based on the owner of the content, what his or her preference is, or what the record label's preference is. Yes.
Can I just ask, like, what are the different things that YouTube does when they give you a copyright claim? Do they, like, take your video down?
No. Like sometimes like for the like some songs you're able to still have on there, and your video is still able to be shown, but they will have ads showing on it. That's how they get their revenue.
Right. So they don't, like, take down your video or anything.
Well,
You just can't get any profit.
right. Sometimes the claim is based on the artist of the song. Like Prince, for example, his songs are blocked everywhere. Purple Rain is blocked everywhere. It's blocked globally. No one was there. Sometimes your video can be blocked in just one or just a few countries. And even that's not as frustrating as it being blocked globally. But what's even more frustrating is when you get a copyright strike on your channel. This happened to me a few years ago when I recorded a Saturday Morning Ponies panel at BronyCon. It was basically audio from cartoons and commercials, synced to clips of My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic. That audio came from various Cartoon Network shows. And did it just get chill? I feel a lot chillier in here.
Ben's on.
Yeah, I'm right below a vent. Yeah. The audio came from a couple Cartoon Network cartoons, specifically Dexter's Laboratory and Powerpuff Girls. Within weeks of me getting that video up, it was up for a couple of weeks, and then Turner Broadcasting Company put a strike on my channel and took it down. Took not the channel, but took the video down. That strike lasted for about 90 days, and it limited the features on my channel. As it says here, the first strike can affect the features on your YouTube account. The accumulation of three YouTube of three copyright strikes in a 90-day period can result in the termination of your YouTube account. You need to be very careful of that. Sometimes what will help, not necessarily in copyright strikes, but in copyright claims, especially with music. Well, only with music, I should say. There is a little feature, like YouTube nowadays has changed their formats nowadays of getting of how of the dashboard on your YouTube channel. You have an ability to go back to your old to see some of the old layout of your dashboard, and that includes like looking at the music policies on some songs. And if you search like a song title or even an artist, and you like do like a little drop down of the song, it will tell you if it's viewable worldwide or if it's if it's not viewable anywhere, or if it's blocked in certain countries. That really helps. Not necessarily with the copyright strikes. Copyright strikes are kind of out of the blue a little bit. It was kind of out of the blue for me. I wasn't expecting Turner to do that to me, but you know, it happens. The do's and do nots of vlogging convention. We're actually running a little bit slow. I just realized.
I was about to say, I gotta get going. It's good seeing
Okay,
you guys.
it's good seeing you too. Do capture moments that are most important to you. Judge what is and what isn't appropriate for filming. I'll elaborate on that a little bit later on, or a little bit later on. Judge when it is and what it is not appropriate to film. Turn off the camera or stop recording when you're asked to do so. Draw inspiration and to make a persona for yourself. This is highly encouraged. If you watch my YouTube channel, I have a little saying at the end of my vlogs where I say, you know who you are, you know what you do. I didn't really get that from anything. I just came up with that myself because you are your own person and you do anything. Hello. Welcome.
Who are you? I'm the guy telling you that your car's being towed away right now.
Oh, I don't have my car.
You do now.
Nice try.
Nice seeing you. What's up?
Going out to Tito's, okay?
Okay, I'm not hungry. I'm gonna take a power nap after the time.
We're gonna meet you a bit later, right?
Sure. Sorry for the hurt.
It's okay.
I'm popular tonight.
You're popular. Why don't you stay a while?
Burritos.
Burritos. Okay, get food. Food is important.
So where were we?
You're talking about how you didn't really come up with your ending.
Yeah.
or anything.
Well, no, I came up with it myself. I didn't draw it from anywhere. Yeah, so that's encouraged. Do something that in which is recurring for your channel, like a persona. Do it. It's highly encouraged. And then we get to the do nots. Do not film anyone without their consent. Typically, if it's somebody you know and has been on camera or YouTube before, they won't have a problem with it. Sometimes they'll be a little bit restrictive about what they want filmed. If you're not filming or unfilming or unfocusing the camera on anyone in particular, you should be fine. Filming yourself or filming a group of people in public settings should also be fine. When in question, do not focus the camera on that person, or just simply shut off the camera or stop recording. Or don't film at all when you're in an area that prohibits photography or videography. You could be asked to turn off and put away your camera, or if worse comes to worse, you could even be asked to leave the said area entirely. It is advisable that you review the rules of the convention or the venue. When unsure or when in doubt, ask a staff member or security member for clarification. If they say that there's no problem with filming, you won't have any problem with filming. On the topic of not filming anyone without their consent, how it relates to cosplay. Vlogging shares one specific rule that cosplay has. It does not equal consent. Respect not just cosplayers, but everyone's personal space and their faces. If they ask you to not record them, you are expected to respect their request. If you don't respect their request, they have every right to report you to convention security, or venue security for that matter. If you don't want to look like a total jerk or a
Other name of one.
other name of which I won't say here, you should not record their faces or anyone that doesn't want to be recorded. Okay, so why do people vlog conventions? Because people love doing it. All vloggers deserve to have their experience of a convention viewed, regardless of how many followers or subscribers they have. There could be a famous YouTuber at a convention doing a vlog, and people are swarming him or her to get on camera while you are a beginner and don't get much attention. He or she could have 100,000 subs on YouTube versus your 500, just 500 subscribers, and guess what?
I don't care.
It doesn't matter. I don't care. I don't give a damn. There is no YouTuber or vlogger out there who is better than you, and just like I stole a little bit from Lady of a Cosplay when it applied to cosplay. Just like cosplay, there is no one who is better than you at what you do. If you're a vlogger, there is no vlogger or YouTuber who is better than you. If you're a cosplayer, there's no cosplayer who is better than you. It doesn't matter how many subscribers or followers you have on your Facebook, on your Instagram, on your Twitter, on your YouTube channel. It doesn't matter. You do a vlog, a video blog at a convention because you want to, because you enjoy doing it. You should not do it for the internet attention. No one should. That, again, that's not necessarily for me to say that you shouldn't do it for the internet attention. If you want to do it for the internet attention, fine. But that's not why I do it. I do it because I want to share my experience with other people. If someone tells you in a YouTube comment that your coverage of a convention, or if your vlog is not as good as someone else's, don't pay any attention to them. Don't give them the time of day. Don't bother with them. Don't even respond to them. Because all they want is a reaction out of you. That's all they want, is attention. Don't give them the time of day. Before I open the floor to questions, which we only have like 10 minutes for, I said earlier that we were probably going to give our first experiences of doing a vlog. I mentioned earlier that you want to have extra batteries and memory cards on you if you're doing a vlog. The first time I did a vlog was at DerpyCon in 2014. I did it with my old iPod Touch, 32 gigs. And boy, did I have a lot of fun with that. And that's sarcasm. I did not have any fun at all. I spent a lot of time worrying about how much space I had left on my iPod Touch, because a lot of that was already taken up by music and pictures and videos.
Yep.
Not videos that you shot necessarily, but videos from your iTunes library that you can view on your iPod Touch. I didn't get very much footage. Well, I got more than I was expecting to. I will say that, but a lot of time was me worrying about how much I was not going to be able to capture. I was not really in much control of what I had to work with at the time. I did not own a camcorder at the time. I was a freshman in college at the time. So, yeah, and even when I did get my first camcorder, the worry shifted from space on the memory card to battery life. I had to use the battery that came with the camera. It only had an hour's worth of battery life. Not much. So, again, lessons learned for the following year. I got more batteries, more memory cards, and such. This guy has three phones. One for using a phone, one for his music, and one for recording. I think.
Pretty much.
Your experiences on
The first
some
time I started a vlog, it was starting back at BronyCon 2014. I originally had my Samsung Galaxy S3 in the past. I had that type of phone, and it did pretty decent of original 1080p, and during that time, I was mostly downloading videos off my phone. I wasn't really just using the computer or editing anything. I did that later when I did BronyCon 2015. So
I'm sorry, I just hear them saying "Eye of the Tiger" back in there.
yeah. Furthermore than that, when I started using my my very first gaming computer, which it was my my gaming laptop, that's when I started using Windows Movie Maker. That back then in 2014 they supported that.
Yeah.
When you first get your gaming PC, and if they allowed any type of editing program, Movie Maker was the first. So it was a free program. It worked out for me in this time. It still works for me today because now I figured out how to put it at 60 frames. Later, when I started doing more videos for BronyCon 2016, so I had to try to. Now I am doing most of my vlogs now at 60 frames, using
Me too.
using my Samsung Galaxy S7. I bought this one back in 2016, and that's when I began thinking about doing 60 frame per second videos with this phone. So ever since, it's been a champion now. So until then, ever since, I've just been doing the same thing, using this phone, and then edit with Movie Maker, and then doing all my videos at 60 frames, and how all that stuff and many things. I'm not, as usual for me, when it comes to certain type of editing programs, I'm not as picked up advanced as some of the others, including Redcard, who has done more than me. So for me, I'm more stabilizing, keeping it simple, just keeping it straightforward. Music features, whatever comes out. I have been hit with certain
Copyright claims.
claims, but as well as a video being completely blocked all over the world.
Yeah.
So, and that was the picture slideshow for BronyCon 2015.
Oh.
It was blocked all over because of certain content I used. One of them was Fireflies by Owl City. That got me.
Yeah.
So I had to let YouTube do it. I let YouTube do its work by editing out some of the music and getting it off, so then it'll be shown again. And ever since, I've been keeping it that way. But now I try to maintain certain selections of certain type of music that can be played, like any other types that can relate to any convention you get yourself involved in. So
Or just choose a different
Yeah.
song. Just choose
Yeah.
a different song.
yeah, if I wanted to.
Yeah.
So pretty
Okay.
much.
All right. So we only have like 5 minutes, and we don't have very much people, so I think plenty of time for questions.
What do we
Bueller?
have?
Anyone?
I appreciate that reference.
I do try.
I'm afraid I have no questions at this time.
Do you have any comments?
I just wanted to say, I remember you. The first time you went to DerpyCon was the first time I went to DerpyCon. I was the Rin and I had a Miku. You were carrying around a speaker and you played World is Mine.
He
and asked,
he does that a
yeah,
lot.
You asked, do you guys know the dance? And you just put it on, and I was like trying to improvise here because I never did anything of the sort like
Yeah.
this.
Another one I think some people tried out was Pon Pon Pon, a viral video.
Yes.
I record.
Han and Sweet Magic. Those were the 3 ones that you played for us.
Mhm.
I'm actually still really good friends with Miku, and he remembers you.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then I've seen you at Derpy every year since.
Yeah, I ever since 2016, I always had a blast coming to DerpyCon because it's small, it's convenient,
Yeah.
and all that stuff, and you can get around easily. For me, a lot of people used to see this as a maze because there's a theater over there and all that stuff. I kind of
Yeah.
figured that out instantly.
What's important is that you know the emergency exits. That's what I say.
Yeah.
The emergency, we have 2 emergency exits in the front, in the rear, and over the wings.
Yep. Pretty much. So now.
Any concerns?
None at this time. I think I learned my concerns from experience. Like in this building, we have the FBI headquarters right next to us.
Oh, wow.
To turn the cameras off when you enter that hallway because they are
Yeah.
really on top of that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Wait. Is FBI headquarters like really for Morristown,
I'm sorry,
like right
Secret
next?
Service.
Secret Service. Oh, okay.
ooh, wait, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
no
seriously.
wonder they ask you to turn it off.
Hmm.
You need a.
Yeah, you
I
got.
unintentionally was vlogging when I walked in that hallway, forgetting that little fact, and I was approached by 3 security officers.
Whoops.
Mhm.
Not good.
They were polite about it, don't get me wrong, just, thing is, every time you re-enter, they give you this look. Because
Mhm.
they saw you
Ugh.
break it once, so, but it's Secret Service, I can understand,
Ugh.
security.
Well,
I can't blame them from doing their job, I hold them to grudge. It's inconvenient, but I will say that.
it is inconvenient. Well, I think that that pretty much wraps it up. We filled the full hour this time. Thank you for those who did stay.
Yep.
Thanks for coming to the panel. I have food being delivered here, and I can't wait to eat some fish and chips.
Sweet. Yeah.
Enjoy the rest of your DerpyCon, folks.
May I have a selfie with you guys?
You may.
Yep.
I don't know how to do this.
Yeah.
Do you want me to take a picture of you guys?
What's that?
Do you want me to take a picture of you
If
guys?
you don't mind. Probably better, because every time I try to do the selfie thing, my arms are just not long enough.
Her phone is like, it's stuck on.
Portrait?
That was working.
Do you want the flash on?
It doesn't matter to me. Whatever works better. I just have it on my Mac.
You ready?
Wait. Hold on. Let me just get this out of the way first.
1, 2. Okay.
Whoa!
Careful.
Your own bag.
I know, I'm really
Yep.
clumsy. I'm pretty clumsy.
Thank you.